the Sci-Fi Invasion. I'm your host, Joey Hollywood, and I'm trying to get through all 50 movies in this 50 movie box set from Mill Creek in 50 weeks. Today's movie was called Assassin from 1986. What this movie is, it's a Terminator ripoff, but it's a TV movie from the mid-80s. And I don't know about my viewers here, but I really enjoy TV movies from the 70s and early 80s. There was just such a magic with TV movies from that time, especially genre films. Like I made like a 30-minute video on Kolchak the Night Stalker. So I really like movies from this time period, especially horror films. So this one was kind of up my alley. It wasn't like particularly one of my favorite movies on the set or anything like that, but I liked it. It hit a special like interest for me. The movie opens up with a guy acting like a Terminator, going in, he's just killing people and he's taking like notes. And there's something about television from this time period where like I just love the way it looks. He goes into like an office building and it's like the most like, even though it's an 80s movie, it looks like a 70s office building. I feel like the 70s had an impact that's lasted all the way up until the mid 2000s. Like one of the government buildings here in town, I think just like 8 years ago, finally updated its like aesthetic. But the entire time, like I've been alive, it looks like it's straight from the 70s. But yeah, I love the way this looked, and you know, it was like, okay, I think we got something special coming here, and we kind of did. It's not the best movie on this set, but it was entertaining enough. I think they hold it a little too close to their chest that this guy is a Terminator, like a robot Terminator, a little too long, because it's pretty obvious from like the first second of the movie. But they hire the government seeks out a retired government like assassin, he's CIA or something like that. But they hire a retired guy because the android doesn't like have any information on him because he's retired, and it doesn't, that whole aspect doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you get like some schlubby guy who hasn't done his work in like 10 years to hunt down like a Terminator? Oh, I'm sorry, Quentin. I bonked him on the head. I promise I don't abuse him. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know why they would go after like this particular guy to hunt down a Terminator. That doesn't make any sense. It seems like a pretty big waste, to be quite honest. He goes after it, and it takes him a long time to figure out that it's an android. The android, like he has these contact lenses that are pretty cool. I don't know how they did this at the time, but he gets like he's solar powered through his eyes, and the contact lenses they use for him, they look like they move. It's really interesting, and it doesn't seem like it's an effect. It seems like he's really wearing contact lenses. Maybe there's like a shimmering thing where they shine a light, it looks like they move. But it's simple but effective. It looked cool. Then he also recharges by putting like this like visor over his eyes that just plugs into wall sockets, and I thought that was really funny. It's also this like thing where it's like you have to shoot him in his stomach because it's his one vulnerable place. Everything else is he's invulnerable. You have to shoot him in the stomach. And right as they're explaining this, it cuts to the android building, he's welding metal to build a protection thing for his stomach so they can't shoot him there. And me just thinking, just a casual viewer, I'm thinking, okay, so if they had this android and this was his one weakness, why wouldn't they have already built a metal shield right there? Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of unintentionally funny parts of this movie. Like, there's a part where the android walks over to an ATM and he like touches the ATM and he starts like wiggling his Adam's apple, and it's got like computer noises, and there's a guy watching him do this, and then he pulls out like $80 from the ATM, which I know money was worth more back then, but like he just pulled out $80 from the ATM, and he like looks at the guy and is like, yeah, that was pretty awesome, wasn't it? It's just like, it's really silly. It's really unintentionally funny. There is a really effective scene towards the end where the android's just killing everybody, all the guards around this house, and the people inside the house, like he's talking to them on the radio as he's doing it, and it's pretty intense. And he's like, everyone's dead out here. The guy you're protecting in there is the reason why you retired. He's the reason why your last assassination thing was botched and little kids got hurt, and he's like trying to turn the characters against each other, and there's nothing in the movie that really feels like this robot would do this at the end, but it's an effective scene, and I thought it was a pretty effective final sequence of the movie. I think it'll be one of the ones I remember the most from this set, but it was fine. It wasn't bad. I don't think it was bad. I think it was. I think you could have fun with it as if it was a bad movie, but I don't think it was just 100% like awful or anything like that. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, please be kind and rewind.